Attorneys General of many states, maybe as many as 42 states, have band together to take on Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram. They argue that Meta takes advantage of young users to keep them engaged constantly, and they believe that impacts their mental health.
So attorney Lexie Rigden is here to help us make sense of this case.
Yes.
So what are they accusing Meta of, these different platforms?
They're accusing them of basically making an addictive social media product with likes, infinite scrolling. You know how you're on Instagram? I certainly know this well, and it just never stops.
It never stops.
So infinite scrolling, and then if you're on other things, the push notifications that say, hey, you gotta like, you gotta share. They're basically saying that Meta knew that those types of things were addicting to young people, and they capitalized on it with their algorithms and the things, the rabbit holes that they send you down, which I'm certainly a victim of as well, in these apps, and that they knew it was dangerous. And so it's not enough to just, you're allowed to do dangerous things in life, but you can't conceal it for consumers. And that's basically what they're alleging. Now, obviously, there's a big there's a big counter argument to this as well.
How would you ever prove that?
Well, see,
unless somebody spewed it out in a board meeting and they recorded it.
Well, that's kind of what they're saying. A bunch of states started investigating Meta in 2021. And so they got documents, there was a whistleblower, and they've been relying on Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Meta, his congressional testimony, SEC filings, and everything to basically show they knew that this was dangerous, they concealed it, and they did these certain algorithms and everything with the app regardless. And so that's really what the issue is. Also, they're claiming that they are taking data of young children that are too young per federal law to have their data taken.
And then on the flip side, I guess Meta is saying, well, we've been making changes, right? And we've been trying to do things and tools.
Make it better.
Exactly.
What are they saying?
They're basically saying, we're really disappointed that the attorneys general did this because we have been working with them. We do have safeguards. We do have tools. And don't single us out because people are similarly addicted to TikTok, YouTube, Snap, and they feel like they're being unfairly singled out. And
is that a good argument? Because, TikTok
I think it is. I think this is something they were trying to resolve this amongst themselves, and it obviously didn't work. And I think this is something for the attorneys general to hold their feet to the fire, because now they really have to meaningfully come to the settlement table.
Zuckerberg did in his statement say, I thought we were working this out.
Right.
Now, Meta officials emailed us this statement. We share the Attorney General's commitment to providing teens with safe, positive experiences online and have already introduced over 30 tools to support teens and their families. We're disappointed that instead of working productively with companies across the industry to create clear, age-appropriate standards for the many apps teens use, the Attorneys General have chosen this path.
Yeah, they've chosen as many as 42 states.
Yeah.
So I guess you could implement some technology to stop the scrolling.
You could, but in their defense, it's the parent's job to parent, obviously. And they said, we're here to make money. We're a for-profit company. We obviously care about user safety, but also, this is what our product is. And so I think that one of their defenses is obviously going to be that it's really kind of hard to tie an allegation that this is hurting children's mental health when there's so many other things that could be hurting children's mental health.
Well, I believe it is hurting their mental health,
right,
but I
agreed.
can't prove it.
And the attorneys general believe that they have evidence that it does.
Exactly, but so do other things, being ostracized in school, being bullied, having your friend group exclude you. So I think we all know it's probably harmful. I certainly get jealous and upset at some of the stuff I see when you guys are at games and I'm not there,
But I think Meta did their own reresearch showing how it can affect too.
And that's the problem, is that they're basically saying Meta knew that this was more dangerous than they were letting on, and they still did what they did online. And it kind of reminds me of the big pharma and the big tobacco lawsuits. Tobacco has said, we didn't put the cigarette in the person's mouth, but the allegation is that you knew it was dangerous, you knew it was causing cancer, and you didn't do enough to warn everybody. But that is I think that's more of a straight line than this issue.
Lexie, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome explanation. We're coming right back.